Hi, Twitchies. Wait, I accidentally called the Twitch people YouTubies whenever I started it, and I told them I would call you Twitches, and now I stopped myself because it felt weird. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. But hi, YouTubies. It's me, Zachary, Michael.
Love,
Also,
love my cream of wheat.
Join us in sitting in the dump comfort.
that is so perfect, Garrett. Which, by the way, if y'all in the YouTube missed a re-upload or something, you need to know that Garrett with an IE is Brenda with an IE rebranded with the word Garrett, because if you don't know the inside joke is that I saw a TikTok once that said that the name Garrett, like what you would call a boy, a beautiful name for a little boy, Garrett sounds like somebody throwing, like the noise you make when you throw up, like Garrett. I also go by Skinny Legend. If you say so. And that's not a read. I'm just saying, if that, I had never heard that before, but yes, Garrett the Skinny Legend. You making the throw up noise made me say, "Oh my god," out loud just now. And happy to help Tyler Oakley, which, by the way, YouTubies, that's what you're missing out on when you don't come to the twitch.tv/thezacharymike live. Sometimes we get world-renowned YouTubers, Tyler Oakley. Twitch streamer these days, but world-renowned YouTuber Tyler Oakley is in the chat today. So if you saw a clickbait title that said taking a dump with Tyler Oakley, that's why, because he's in the chat. So it's not clickbait. It's real. I heard someone making Garrett's to their own Poa. I don't need to know about that. Beast Piss Flaps 69. Okay, enough about Tyler Oakley. It's dump time. If y'all in the chat are ready to get started, I need to see some 69s in the chat. It's the only way I'll ever possibly know y'all are ready to engage with the dump content. And while you're putting 69s in the chat, I should also say that this YouTuber, I've never watched her before in my life. Her name is In the Kitchen with Mama Mel, which kind of sounds like caramel. Unrelated. Today's video from her is called Unbelievable New Dump and Go Crock-Pot Meals That Will Blow Your Mind. Blow your mind. What do you know about blowing your mind, you know? And she's rocking a bob, hashtag get a bob. She's here. There is a part of her video, according to Just Jamie, that is sponsored, so we'll just skip over that. We won't watch that, obviously. But yeah, here we are. Beef Piss Flaps is a beautiful name for a baby girl. That's so true. That's so true. Also, y'all are lucky that Tyler Oakley is in the chat, because normally I talk for so much longer. The Twitch re-upload people on the YouTube, they're like he clicks play at 12 minutes and 53 seconds. And we're getting started at 3 minutes and 30 seconds today, so get into it. I was also late to stream today. The dogs are groomed, but let's get to. Also, I might have to change the audio. We'll just see. I didn't prep any of this. But if you're interested, you should get on prep.
Hey friends, I'm Mel and welcome to my kitchen.
Okay, let's
Each
go.
week I share quick and easy weeknight dinner ideas.
Let's go. The production value? Wait, Jamie. The production value? Oh, she's loud? I can turn her down. But let's talk about the production. Our dump and go girlies are not usually giving us this level of editing. This level of... Yeah, and I don't know that we'll see any Poa rings today. If you're new, a Poa ring is when a girly, she'll Pam cooking spray the crock pot. She'll Pam cooking spray the not the cock.
Sparkling heart.
Maddie Mac and Cheese, thanks so much for your 5th month of subscribing. Appreciate it. They'll Pam cooking spray it, and it leaves a little like Poa ring, a poo ring around the top. But I'm guessing she might not be that kind of girl, but we'll find out. Let's see. Let me know if she's still too loud. I turned her down a bit for y'all. I did turn her down a bit, I think. We'll see.
Are budget friendly and made with simple basic
That
ingredients.
does look beige and mushy still, though. So it is still clearly a crock pot recipe.
You can find at any grocery store. I thought the new year deserved to be started off right with 3 brand.
That looks like pasta, corn, and beans. Still loud? She's still loud. Well, oh my gosh, this is never a problem. This is how you know she's on a different level than the other girls, because the other girls I'm like, guys, I can't turn them up any louder. This is just their audio. I can't do anything about it.
New Dump and Go crock pot dinners. There's nothing I like better after the busy holidays than to come home to a good old slow cooked meal.
That's so real.
Let's get started.
Before I leave the house today, I'm going to throw a dump and go crock pot meal into the crock pot.
Ooh, before I leave the house, you know what I want to do? I just want to dump and go. I just want to take a big old dump and go.
Love my cream of wheat.
Love me some dump and go.
Thank you so much, Bestie Amelia, for your 5th month of subscribing. Appreciate it. I can turn on captions, of course. Yeah, that would also be helpful. I got you. Thanks so much. See, let me not act like Tyler Oakley is the reason I forgot to turn captions on. I forget to turn those on every day.
This is a southwestern style chicken dish.
Okay.
I'm going to use pasta with mine, kind of towards the end. If you like rice, you could use that.
Oh, stunning.
And I am
Love
going to
options.
start with a package of the organic, free-range, boneless, skinless chicken breast that I love from...
Also, appreciate that we're calling it a Southwest, whatever she said, Southwest, whatever, dump and go recipe, because these other girls would be like, this is a Mexican so and so and so and so, and the only thing Mexican about it is the taco seasoning.
Good job.
First things first, give it a little spray with...
There's gonna be Poa Poa rings. It's gonna be a Poa Poa ring.
Some non-stick spray, or put you in a crock pot liner.
Oh, and
Next,
she is
I'm gonna lay
spraying
in my chicken breast, and I just use 2 because these are really good size. But you're welcome to use 3, 4, how much ever you want to use.
Thanks.
This recipe's very forgiving. I get asked.
Poa Poa ring incoming.
Olivia Sword, thanks for the bits. I'm glad that she's like okay with me doing what works for me and my family, for sure.
A lot if I ever use crock pot liners, and I do, especially if it's something that I'm going to be taking somewhere, like to a potluck. But for filming purposes, I just think it gets in the way, and I want you to be able to see as good as you
Okay,
can.
yes,
So for you
thank
friends,
you.
I'll wash this crock pot.
Yes.
Now we're just going to
Look, she's willing to put in the work for the production. She's willing to put in the extra work. She said, I know how annoying it is to look at a crock pot liner. I don't want to put you through that. I will wash this crock pot, which, by the way, that's how my dad always pronounced the word wash growing up. I was trying to be like, Dad, that is not how it goes. And he would always be like, you're not going to tell me how to say a word in my house. Little boy. Little boy. Little girl. I'm Miriam Cosby talking to Whitney on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Little girl.
jump in the rest of our stuff. I've got about half of a diced onion.
Work.
A can of black beans that I have rinsed and
Love.
drained. 1 can of sweet whole kernel corn that I've drained.
Wait, is this pasta?
1
This is
can
pasta.
of the diced tomatoes with green chilies.
Wait, but didn't the pasta she have earlier? Didn't the pasta she had earlier? Didn't it? Wasn't that bow tie pasta the one that we saw the corn in?
Did not drain this can. And 1 can of cream of chicken soup.
Is there? And did I miss the seasonings? I'm sorry, I got real distracted. I was thinking about Miriam Cosby and how my dad said the word wash.
Am I late?
Leggy Meggy, not that late. I got started streaming late today because of the dogs. But we've only been filming for the YouTubies for about 10 minutes. We got canned soup, the cream of chicken goop, and no seasoning. Listen, I saw that one, I think I posted about it in the Discord, but there was that one YouTube video where the girlie was like, I'm making 4 crock pot dishes with no canned soups. We don't believe in well, I don't think she said we don't believe in canned soups. But it's just wild to me that there's somebody on the internet that knows that almost all of these dump and go recipes involve canned soups. And so she thought, I'm going to be original and I'm going to do recipes that don't have canned soup in it, you know?
Now I'm going to put in about a cup of milk.
Work.
I scraped that last little bit of soup out of my can, and then I'm just kind of going to spread everything out here.
What do you know about scooping the last little bit of soup out of your can, you know?
Before I start putting my seasonings on. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning.
Just one?
If you use these packets, that's about half of one of them.
Just what?
I'm also...
Is that enough?
Just going to eyeball about a teaspoon of paprika.
Okay.
Hit it with a little bit of black pepper.
All right.
And I used a low sodium taco seasoning, so I'm going to give it just a couple turns of some salt.
Love the concept of buying low sodium taco seasoning, but then being like, I'm going to add salt. I really did actually want that sodium.
If you're a fan of freezer meals, you could definitely make this a freezer meal. Up to this point, take everything that I put in here, put it in the freezer bag, write your directions on it, the name of it and the date, store it for whenever you're ready to make it. Then all you have to do is dump that bag, frozen or thawed, right into your crock pot and proceed from there. We'll add our cheese and our rice or noodles at a little bit later time, but for now, I'm putting the lid on this one. I'm going to set mine on low, and it'll cook for about 6 to 8 hours. You could also cook this on high for 3 to 4 hours. But I just don't know how long I might be gone today.
Do you think we'll see a poa? Like, I feel like when we watch Old Sammy, I think the reason the poa ring sticks out so much is because her crock pot bowl is white. You know, we don't mix it. I guess not. No. I guess we don't mix it in. Did I say Sammy? I meant Mandy. See, the reason that I've been thinking about Miss Sammy is because she's really rebranding from the Mandy moniker. She's got, listen, I'll type it in. Sammy managing the oh, she's right there. She's right there. Sammy May managing the maze. Okay. On top of this is the channel we know. She also started a new one. It's called Sammy May's Blessed Life. She's very committed to making sure y'all know her witness protection name and not her original name. Sometimes the poa rings are in our hearts. They're the dumps we made along the way. You think this one will have a crusty ring? Should we do a prediction?
Love my cream of wheat.
Can we speed this up? I have to get to my shift at the Walmart self-checkout in Alabama.
Dr. Pepper Mike, you better get over there. You better get over there. Old me, Mom Margaret is going to be so concerned that there are not enough registers open. You better get over there. You better hurry up. All right. It's just for this meal, okay? Will this meal have a poa ring? Yes or no? I'm only giving you a minute to vote too. No lollygagging over here. No lollygagging. You better vote, and you better vote quick. If you don't know how to participate in the prediction, there is a little circle in the bottom left-hand corner of your chat. Click on that. Go ahead and just click on it. Click on it, and it'll give you the points. Or, well, it'll give you the option to bet your points, is what I meant. Does crusty ring count as yes? Well, that's kind of what a poa ring is, but ultimately, I will be the decision maker. Okay, this is not a democracy over here. At the end of the day,
my cream of wheat.
Can we speed this up? I got a POA ring to see.
I'm going as fast as I can, loaded tea squirt. Thanks so much for the 100 bits. At some point, there's gonna come a time in my life that I'm embarrassed that my that my brand is like pissing, shitting, farting, squirt. Like there's gonna come a time. It's not today. It's not today. Not today whatsoever. All right, the prediction is in. We got 81% on yes, 19% on no. Let's go. Let's get back to it.
Less than 3.
Alexandra, thanks so much for 4 months of subscribing with Prime. I appreciate it, bestie. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Love my cream of wheat.
It's not a democracy, it's a cheerocracy, and you're a cheer-tater, Zach.
Okay, I'll take that. Thanks so much, Garrett. Our usernames are one of my favorite parts of life. It's a favorite part of your life. And listen, let me not yuck your yum, bestie. Whatever brings you joy, whatever works for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Love my cream of wheat.
Zach, did you see Gypsy Rose likes loaded teas?
I saw whoever put that Facebook ad in the Discord, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, I think that's like a meme people are doing, to be honest. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's go.
I put it on low. I've been gone about 7 hours.
Is that a
so
Poa Poa ring?
This is more than done.
That's not giving Poa Poa ring.
I'm just going to shred my chicken up down in this crock pot with my meat masher because it is good and tender.
I do got to say, I think I got to get one of these meat mashers because all the girls have them.
No need to take it out.
I don't think that's a Poa
I've got it
Poa
nice
ring.
And chopped up.
That is not giving burnt. It's not giving poop. It's giving a line. There's a singular line. There's a line. Do you meat mash often, or do you mash meat often? You should ask Noel about that. Thank God Noel's not currently here. He would be devastated that I just said that on the internet. That is not giving. That is not giving. See if Adam and Eve can get you a good deal on a meat masher. Use Petermon's code. I need them to give me a code again. I need them to sponsor one of my videos again. I'd say, yeah, it's giving PP ring more than anything. It's not, I'm not getting Poa Poa ring. Also though, is it done or is she gonna keep baking it? Is it gonna keep marinating?
Then I'm going to put the lid back on it, and meanwhile, over on top of the stove.
Okay. Oh, those are the bow ties.
Half of this 12-ounce box of bow tie pasta. I know.
Love the Poa Poa content.
Thank you so much, Hannah, Indiana. Appreciate it.
That I said I was going to use that elbow macaroni.
You
but
sure did.
How pretty that chicken looked with all the veggies. I just think either a spiral or a
Wait. We gotta go back. How pretty that looked with all the veggies. The veggies in question is the corn. I just saw how pretty my dump was. And I just knew I had to use bow tie. I just knew. Oh, the tomatoes. You can't even really tell that those are tomatoes anymore, though, you know? And I would agree that both corn and tomatoes are only barely vegetables.
Chicken veggie is such a beautiful name for a baby girl.
Sarah, you are so correct about that. Thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate that.
I'm boiling up about half of this 12-ounce box
love my
of
cream
bow
of
tie
wheat.
pasta.
Don't you just love a pretty dump?
I love a pretty dump. Yes. Thank you so much,
how pretty
Lizzie.
that chicken looked with all the veggies. I just think either a spiral or a bow tie pasta would be really
You are so
pretty
right.
on this. And
She's
of course,
so correct.
if you want rice, cook up 2 to 3 cups of rice to stir
Well,
in.
of course.
Now that my pasta is cooked up and drained, I'm just going to dump that right in the crock pot.
We really should have done a dump count, too, because she really has said the word dump so many times.
Love my cream of wheat.
That's a pissin' and shittin' ring. Not a poa ring. My bad bestie.
Yeah, it's not giving poo-poo ring at all today. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Liviosaur. If this is, I want to make sure this is the final look before I give you points, but then I'll give you points after it, okay?
Pot. I'm also going to throw in a generous cup of
Because
cheddar
maybe,
cheese.
my thought is, especially with her adding this cheese right now, my thought is that she didn't have, like, enough dairy.
So glad this girly knows that you can't eat your food if it isn't pretty.
That's so true.
Nail polish light skin tone.
Not nail polish light skin tone. I love when it reads out the emoji names. It slays me. Case for Kara, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. That's me. If my nails were done, that's me in the future. You can, when I'm gonna paint my nails before we stream again, and in the future you can just refer to me as nail polish light skin tone. Oh, hi, Poe. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. That's your karaoke for today. What I was saying about the dairy, okay? What I was saying about the dairy is that,
love,
oh my gosh, every time.
Nail polish light skin tone is such a pretty name for a baby girl.
Garrett, thanks so much for the 100 bits.
Love my cream of wheat.
See no evil, this is for Tyler Oakley.
Thank you, little birdie. Thank you so much for the bits, too. Does TTS Lady have a name? Maybe we should start calling TTS Lady nail polish light skin tone. Sit.
Nail polish medium skin tone, 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 nail polish medium skin tone.
Y'all are breaking me today. Breaking me. Look who joined us again. Look who joined again. He licked my mouth while that was all happening. Little TTS Lady cut you off. She said go straight to jail. Do not come back. Although abolish the prison system, but go to jail. Okay, bestie, we gotta go. What was I saying? What was I saying about dairy? Oh, I think the reason there isn't a
Love my cream of wheat.
When they find my body, the cause of death will be laughing at the Twitch chat the Zach 11 laugh.
Case for Kara, thanks so much. Every time I start to talk about the fucking dairy, you guys send bits. I just need to get the dairy thought out of my head. I'm gonna be thinking about cheese poo-poo rings forever. I think there would have been a more prominent ring around the crock pot. You want us to stop giving you money? You can give me all the money in the world. Give it to me. No, I'm fine. What was I saying? So, I think if the dairy had been in there from the beginning, I think that's what Mandy's problem is that it's always loaded up with dairy. And so it gets all coagulated and burnt on the sides of it, you know? Did I miss the pissin' and shittin' content? Well, we're talking about dump recipes today, so we're here. We're here, bestie. Big Dairy's trying to silence Zachary Michael. I think you're right. I think you're correct. The dairy does create massive dump poa rings. I think that's my theory. That's my hypothesis, if you want to get scientific method about it.
Love my cream of wheat.
Cheese wedge poop 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 cheese wedge poop.
I'm like literally 12 right now. Ghoulish goose.
Love my cream of wheat.
What do you know about a pretty dump?
I don't know shit about a pretty dump, okay? I've never had a pretty dump in my life. Poe, you gotta go, bud. I can't keep giving you attention.
Love my cream of wheat.
Can confirm as a lactose-free girly that dairy is a leading cause of po'o in my house.
Kara, thanks so much for the 100 bits and the confirmation. I appreciate your important contribution to the scientific method today, to our theorizing and hypothesizing. All right, let's keep going.
And let's stir all this in together.
Okay. There's still an opportunity for a poa ring, but I think it's not. Yeah, it's not giving
now
that.
It's all mixed together, I'm going to sprinkle about another
more
cupful
cheese
of cheese over
work.
the top.
That's my
cheddar,
girl.
Use whatever you prefer. Then I'm just going to pop the lid back
I
on.
do take issue though. Every single time one of these dump and go girlies says use whatever cheese you want, whatever is your preference. The kind of cheese does make a difference. Like different cheddar tastes incredibly different than mozzarella, which tastes incredibly different than Parmesan, which tastes incredibly different than Gouda, which tastes incredibly different than Brie. Okay, like it 100% matters.
Love my cream of wheat.
Stinky cheese, 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 stinky cheese.
Whew! That had a little rhythm to it. Not that I did, but old TTS girl did. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Raised fist medium light skin tone, 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 raised fist medium light.
The YouTubies are in for such a treat today. We haven't even made it through one recipe yet. One recipe. Your chair creaking while you were dancing is so fat phobic, bestie. It's not fat phobic because I'm a skinny legend. So this chair squeaking though is the bane of my existence. Editing videos and hearing every little move I make is a mess. It's a mess, and it's if anything, it's a little homophobic, I think.
Yes, long enough for it to melt.
Oh, there we go.
This was so delicious. I love anything that is like a Tex-Mex flavor, and this is one of those dishes. It tastes even better.
Why are we serving it with Tostitos tortilla rounds? Why are we serving it with tortilla chips? I'm gonna give you your points to everybody who picked no. Congratulations. That was a landslide upset for the people who said yes. I don't understand why we're serving this with tortilla chips. I do take issues with that just a bit. I do. I surely do.
Around. I like to eat mine with just a little bit of a crunchy tortilla chip. I don't know why it is, but anytime I'm eating anything with that Tex-Mex flavor, I just want a little bit of something crunchy to go with it.
I don't think that's a good move. I say let's ditch the tortilla chips. And at the very least, if we're gonna have tortilla chips, not one of them round Tostinos ones, you know? Not one of those round Tostinos ones. Or the ones that you get at the movie theater nachos, you know, with the liquid cheese.
This was a new one we'll definitely have again.
Today I'm making the crock pot $1 million pasta.
Oh!
I am going to have this recipe.
Now Tyler Oakley, he's speaking. He's speaking just for you. And by just for you, I mean for the people in our stairwell that he hears. You done? You good? Have you said your piece? Have you said everything you need to say? Did you get it out of your system?
Love my cream of
Not
wheat.
this again. We need to eat French fries with every meal. That's what old Mima Margaret said yesterday. That every meal needs French fries or whatever.
Love my cream of wheat.
5 types of dairy in this.
Listen, there might be a Poa ring on this one. Should we do a Poa ring prediction for this too? Let's do another one. Yeah, multiple. Will this meal have a Poa ring? You got a minute, and the prediction's starting now. All right. We'll do it meal by meal. The Tyler Oakley call is coming from inside the house. What if Tyler Oakley came all the way to Chicago, showed up at my home, got somebody to let him into our building, and is now getting Poe riled up? What if? All right, but yeah, look at all we got some sour cream, we got ricotta cheese, we got cream cheese, we got mozzarella, we got Parmesan, all the things. That cavatappi looks fancy, but is that a fancy brand? I feel like Private Selection is just like the Kroger brand, but I could be wrong. It's more likely than you think. Tyler Oakley, if you're trying to punk me right now, is it cavatappi? What did I say? Did I say cavatappi or cavatappi? Leave me alone. I'm not Italian. Wait until you see her put this together. It's well, let's get to.
Okay, I'll leave you the full measurements and everything in the recipe whenever I link it below.
Oh, and a jar of ragu.
This ground beef that I've been enjoying from Good Chop, and they have kindly sponsored today's video. Let me tell you a little bit more about them.
I don't need to hear about them.
At Peak Selection,
I don't need to. I'm good.
Sirloin,
listen, unless Good Chop wants to sponsor the Zachary Mike. But I'm good. I recall Willow stating this was his favorite type of pasta. He loved this non-vegan recipe. Yeah, is the Willow Davis in the chat with us today?
$74, and they ever only chop and knowing that when right
oh my
here,
gosh, the
and
sponsored content is so long.
on
Oh, look at her eat that bacon though.
You can click the link. In
Yes,
the
and who's Daddy? Who's Peepaw back there?
below to receive $120
Ooh, yes.
off across.
Listen, if your man isn't feeding you a strip of bacon, if your man isn't feeding you a strip of bacon while you cook it, you're doing something wrong. Although I'm not really on that bacon life right now because of that high cholesterol. Is this how we're supposed to respond to your sponsored content? No, you should... You should never... You should always watch all of my sponsored content all the way through. What do you mean? Peepaw feeding Mima was brand approved. Good for them. Listen, amen. Amen. That would be weird if you're kosher or vegan. Wait, what would be? Listen, I guess, yeah, if you're vegan or vegetarian or kosher, yeah, I guess maybe your man shouldn't be feeding you bacon. That would be problematic. That would be an issue for sure. All right. Wow, this is long sponsored content. I just need to see. Okay, wait.
Ground beef. Almost. Let's get back to this crock pot cooking. You can see I've got my ground beef almost finished up.
I see that.
Over here.
Wait.
Sausage.
Also, this is my pet. If you've been watching, if you've ever watched me watch some dump recipes before, you know that for me, when I'm thinking about a good dump recipe, my thoughts are you're just dumping everything into the crock pot. It's dump and go. It's not cook the ground beef, dump it, and then go. You know, you're just dumping everything in there. So I don't know, for me and my family, I don't know if this meets the requirements of what I expect from a dump and go recipe. This is a cook and then dump and then go.
We really eat in this house, don't we, Dad? what they say about little houses grow big love, because you got to be close together, don't you? Anyway, now I am going to
they
mix
do be
up
saying
the cheese
that.
mixture. Again, I'm halving this recipe, so these are going to be some weird measurements, but I'm using 4 ounces of softened cream cheese.
Okay.
I'm going to put in a 1/4 cup of sour cream.
Okay.
I'm putting in 1/2 cup of ricotta cheese. I forgot about my garlic. I had all
can't
my
forget the
ingredients
garlic.
laid out, but I'm going to throw a little bit of that in. And
I do like the bowl. The bowl is very, very cute. I'm liking the bowl. Also, yeah, why were we not mixing this in the crock pot? Why are we not... Wouldn't you want to just put this... Why would we want to dirty a bowl? Because that's the other thing about dump and go. In my head, when you're dumping and going, the only thing you're going to have to clean at the end of the day is the crock pot. I shouldn't be mixing stuff in a separate bowl. I shouldn't be cooking stuff on the stove.
let's give it some Italian seasoning. Maybe.
Oh, he's starting. I need the Dorinda medley. She's starting gif and video clip. Come here, bud. Let's just stay in here. Let's just stay in here. I know people are probably taking their other dogs out to go to the bathroom, but you just were outside. We just walked all the way here from the groomer. You're fine. All right. Are those Pioneer Woman plates and bowls? It does look like something that could be Drummond adjacent.
1/2 teaspoon. Now we'll just mix all that together. Making smaller amounts of things is something I'm having to go back and learn. When Patrick and I was first married, I didn't cook a whole lot, but when I did start cooking, I had to make for 2 people. And when the kids were little, they didn't eat quite as much.
You know what Mama Mel is giving us that the other girlies don't give us? Some personality, some personal stories about herself. Like I love that I'm learning about her and Peepaw and how they have to eat less now or make less because they're empty nesting.
Now, we've been through a spell where we had 4 adults, a lot of times 5 here eating. I could make big amounts of food, and it was so much fun. But now, a lot of times, there's just 3 of us, and even more than that, there's just 2 of us here for dinner now.
Okay.
So I'm having to learn how to condense recipes again.
Listen,
Today,
you can teach an old dog new tricks. Let's go, Mama Mel. But also, I'm still confused why she mixed that all. And that's all just dairy.
Black crock pot. This is a 4-quart oval.
Wait, maybe it's something that's layered. Did she say, is this a lasagna? No, it's not a lasagna because it had cavatappi noodles.
Crock pot brand. I get questions about that a lot. So when you see me in this one, it's a 4-quart. When you see me use that maroon one, it's a 6-quart. I've sprayed my crock
It was
pot
Millionaire
earlier,
something,
and I am pouring in 3/4 a cup of my pasta sauce. That is a 1/4 of the 24-ounce jar.
Okay.
Now we're going to lay in our pasta.
Oh, but it is
put
layered.
Dry, not cooked. I'm using this cavatappi pasta. It's kind of a spiral shape.
I love a spiral
since
noodle.
I am halving this recipe, I just put in about 1/4 of that package. Now I'm going to put in another 6 ounces or 1/4 jar of that pasta sauce.
Okay.
I think the layering in this recipe is very important since you are putting in your pasta uncooked.
See, layering is exactly the opposite of dump and go. Because when you dump, you're not taking the time to create pretty layers, you know? You really aren't. I'm a little worried about the cream cheese. Well, hold on, and we'll see what happens. Don't get too worried.
On top of that pasta sauce, we're also putting 6 ounces of water. Now I'm going to put in
and then when you just
half of the hamburger meat.
And then how are you layering with water? How is water a layer here?
Or ground beef that I've cooked up. We'll just disperse that out a little bit.
Okay.
This layer requires no math from me, which is great with me because we're going to put our entire mixture that we made with the sour cream and the cream cheese and the ricotta cheese. All of that layer is just going to be dolloped right in here.
Do a dollop of Daisy. Crockpot dump with a side of drama dump.
Came in when I was filming and she heard the name of this recipe Then she heard me say I was halving it, and she said I was actually making the $500,000 casserole. So this shall forever in our house be known as the $500,000 pasta dish.
Love the jokes. The jokes. Yes, Mima. Yes, Mama Mel. Obsessed. The joke. Funny. Listen, that is funny. That was a funny joke. Yes, at least it's not crack pasta. All these girlies want to call everything crack this, crack that. I'll take $500,000 pasta.
A little easier from here on out. We're just using up the rest of our ingredients. So in goes the rest of my pasta.
This isn't dump and go, though.
The other quarter of that package. Gonna put in the rest of this jar of ragu, which should be
This is kind of making me hungry a little bit, though. I am a little hungry. Also, I didn't check in, but I will say I would have eaten the first dish just without the tortilla chips. I don't think the tortilla chips were necessary. This one, I'm guessing I'd probably eat it, too.
Of water, which is also about a quarter of this jar. And we're going to finish it off.
It is a lot of dairy,
of
but
beef.
I've never strayed from dairy, let's be honest. How do you think I got this legendary body?
And you can see how this has almost filled up my 4-quart crock pot. This is a lot. I can't imagine
if you'd made the whole
making this entire recipe. It would be great to take to a potluck, though, if you had a whole bunch of people. But I definitely suggest putting it in a 6-quart at least. Going to put the lid on mine, and I'm going to cook it on low for about 3 to 4 hours.
Van Von Zander, thank you so much for subscribing at Tier 1. I kept thinking, when I saw your name, I was thinking of is it Vander Von Odd? I don't know, the drag performer who won the very first season of the Boulay Brothers Dragula. But anyways, thanks so much for subscribing at Tier 1. Appreciate it.
It's been about 3.5 hours.
Why does it look so dry? Oh, it looks dry because those noodles were uncooked, so it soaked up all the liquid. It looks so dry though. And no ring, y'all. I'm so happy I got off work early enough to catch a stream finally. I hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you so much for being here, Silly Aaron Doodles. I think the thing is that did she spray the Pam cooking spray on this one? I don't think she did the Pam cooking spray. I think it's the Pam cooking spray dairy combo. That's what I think. I think it's the combo, and I don't think she sprayed it this time. She did spray, but she didn't show it. Oh, she did? Okay. Did she spray Pam on the food, on the salmon?
Want to come in here and give all of this a stir, and you are checking your pasta to make sure that it's cooked.
I'm sure
Mine
it
feels
is.
Perfect. If your pasta was not cooked at this point, just pop that lid right back on, cook it another 30 minutes to an hour. It smells awesome.
I would devour this. I would devour this. I'd eat this shit up real quick.
Now,
what was the point of the layering? No idea. She should have just dumped and gone.
I've got everything all mixed together. I'm going to add about a cup of mozzarella cheese to the top. Nice and pretty and gooey. And I have a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to sprinkle, maybe a quarter of a cup of that right over the top too. I wouldn't be me if I didn't throw me some Italian seasoning on here.
Oh, is that her thing? Is her thing Italian seasoning? Is that her Badia complete? I am curious. Where was my thought process on that? Nope, I lost it. Lost the thought. The thought is gone.
Gonna pop this lid back on. Let it sit here just long enough to melt this cheese up.
Okay.
Friends, this is another
Oh, she's serving it with salad.
We absolutely loved this. I love any kind
It doesn't look great next to the salad. It doesn't look great next to the salad, but it looks good. I'd still eat it.
A tomato cheesy pasta dish with a big fresh salad. That this one was over the top. It was so nice to have the pasta.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Because I asked a question that I was also wondering. What is this supposed to be again? I got a little distracted. It's called $1 million pasta? Question mark. I'm curious about what makes it $1 million, or in her case, $500,000. Like, is it supposed to look expensive? Is it supposed to be giving luxury? Is it supposed to be giving, like, high end? I don't know. I wouldn't pay $500,000 for this.
Crock pot. I have a few recipes where you can do that. And to me, saving that extra
That's
step,
how much the medical bills are going to cost after you eat it. I don't think you're going to be fine after you eat this. I don't have concerns.
That is just a big bonus. So this is one we're filing away for future use again.
All right. There was no poa ring on this one. This one was a little more evenly split, but it was still most people thinking there would be. But there unfortunately was not. So if you picked no, you won again. You won again. What are the Ritz crackers for? Oh, this is for the next recipe. All right. We will, you know what? For this one, all you get to know about the next recipe is that it has cream of mushroom soup and Ritz crackers in it, okay? Will this meal have a poa ring? You can start the prediction now. You can start it right meow. If you don't see the prediction pop up at the top of your screen, there is a little circle in the bottom left-hand corner of your chat. You can click on it, and I do believe it should pop the prediction up for you. I'll not be participating this time out of spite. Maddie Mac and Cheesy, hate the game, not the player, or whatever they said, or whatever the saying is, you know? Hate the game, not the player. Look, there's still people taking a chance on yes. I love the bravery. The bravery. You're hoping to win big on there being a poa ring the last round. I did not predict yes. Well, I see that. All right, there you go. There you go. Looking pitiful. Just because I let you go. There you go. Talk about you want me back, but sometimes it be like that. All right, here we go. Last recipe. Let's see what it will bring us today.
This is a lineup of good old favorites that I use all the time.
Canned soup?
I've made Ritz chicken 1,000,000 times in the oven.
Ritz
I've never
chicken?
made it in the slow cooker. We're going to give it a try today.
What is Ritz chicken and where's the chicken? Where's the Ritz chicken, not rich. Not like financial, but Ritz like the crackers that were on the screen. The subtitles got me because the subtitles said rich. So that's what I went with. See, look. That I use all the time. I've made rich chicken 1,000,000 times. Okay? Oh! Not me going back. Not this. Alright. Here we go.
Today. First things first, giving my crock pot a little spray.
Love my cream of wheat.
A Ritz cured.
Oh, not a Ritz cured. Not me Googling what does cured mean, or cured. It was cured, I think is what she said.
Into the crock pot, I'm putting 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. Crock pot, I'm putting 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. I'm putting 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. I'm putting 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. I'm putting 1 can of cream of mushroom soup.
If you're getting the feeling that you should call him, go on and give him a call. If something about this was giving you some kind of feeling about needing to pick up the phone and call him, go ahead and give him a call. Go ahead and do it. Or her, or them, you know. Whoever it is, give that person a call.
1 can of cream of chicken soup, about a cup.
Love my cream of wheat.
She creams on my mushroom till I soup.
Oh, Olivia, so I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. Thanks for the bits.
And a quarter of sour cream. I'm just eyeballing my measurements.
Okay,
And let's
work.
crack in about a teaspoon of some black pepper. No salt. These soups have plenty of sodium.
That's so real.
But definitely want a nice little taste of black pepper in here. And I'm just going to whisk all this together right here in the crock pot.
Stunning.
If you do not like...
I feel like this could have a Poa Poa ring. This feels like the makings of a Poa Poa ring.
cream of mushroom or cream of chicken, just replace them with any cream of soup that you do like. Now I'm putting my chicken breast down in the crock pot, and I'm using 4 really nice sized chicken breasts.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure that each one of these breasts are coated in this soup mixture.
Me last night. I'm going to make sure each one of these breasts is covered in the soup mixture. I have lost it today. Y'all are causing me to act up.
Get all sides of them. Really coat them and spread it on thick.
Love my cream of wheat.
I don't know anything about that beef piss flaps.
Want to get these things buried under your soup sauce. Now I'm going to fix up my Ritz cracker topping.
No, don't blame Tyler Oakley for this. It's not Tyler's fault. Tyler didn't ask for that responsibility. He sure did not. You can't blame him for that.
Melt a half a stick of butter.
Okay.
And I'm going to take 1 sleeve of Ritz crackers and crush them up. Looking to make about a cup and a quarter to a cup and a half of Ritz crackers.
This is also not giving... This isn't giving...
now that we got our cracker
dump
crumbs,
and go either.
Let's just crack in a little bit more black pepper here, maybe half a teaspoon.
Shaking your chest at Tyler Oakley is how my fanfic starts, not that. Not that.
Let's put a little seasoning in these Ritz. I'm going to use about a quarter of a teaspoon of onion powder, about a quarter of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and about a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning.
Work Italian
Let's
seasoning.
Give that a little mix. Now we're going to pour in our half a stick of butter that's been melted in the microwave.
Okay,
let's
something about these Ritz crackers has me salivating right now. I swear to God, I am salivating. This is too much effort for a dump and go. I agree. If you can't just put everything in the crock pot and go, you are in fact not dumping or going.
All these cracker crumbs coated in this butter. I don't completely smush my Ritz to smithereens. I like it a little bit chunky. Ritz crackers are just delicious.
I also like it a little bit chunky, if we're being honest. Let's go.
And buttery on their own. But they make a wonderful topping for just about anything, any kind of casserole. Now we're just going to take our cracker crumbs and spread them all along the top of our chicken. We've got all the creamy flavor of the cream of soup, a little bit of tang.
What do you know about smooshing your Ritz to smithereens?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Have you seen Christmas crack with Ritz crackers?
Love my cream of wheat.
Yes, I don't like
Ritz
calling
crackers
recipes
are good.
crack.
This, on the other hand, looks terrible.
Van Von Zander, thanks so much for the 100 biddies. Appreciate it.
With the sour cream and the buttery goodness of the crackers and a bunch of added flavor and seasonings in there. Something I usually do when I'm baking this in the oven is I'll put some cheddar cheese or even Swiss cheese, and it kind of makes it Swiss chicken under these breadcrumbs, and that makes it really good. I would love. But hey, this is decadent enough today. Looks delicious, and I'm getting a little bit of a later start in the day, so I'm gonna pop my lid on, and I'm gonna cook it on high, and it should be done within 2 to 3 hours. Just making sure your chicken is cooked up to the proper temperature. But this is a meal that you could definitely put on here and let it cook on low all day long. Here's something I haven't showed you.
I don't know what the green beans are doing, but are the Ritz crackers not going to get soggy? I feel like if you bake it in the oven, it's just going to make it crispier, but I feel like in that, it's going to get soggy. Also, what are these green beans? How is this a dump and go? What is this?
Long time, and it's how I doctor up canned green beans to make them a little bit better. I'm just using 1 can tonight of Kroger brand cut green beans. Just me and Patrick here. I throw in some of these real bacon.
Why are we keeping the bean juice? Why are we keeping the bean juice in there? We don't need to cook them in the bean juice.
Pieces. Gonna season it up with some
listen, I grew up on canned green beans. I don't take issue with that. Honestly, truly, I've eaten so many canned green beans in my life. I just don't know about keeping the bean juice in there with it. That's the part that's unsettling to me in this moment.
A little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. I got a little bit of bacon grease out of this coffee cup where I save it in the refrigerator.
Work, diva. Love a bacon grease cup. That's some shit I used to do when I ate keto. When I was one of those keto girlies, I would cook up bacon and I would keep the grease and use it to cook other things later.
Put in some Worcestershire sauce.
The Wash Your Sister sauce.
I hear that's really good to throw in. And I'm going to toss in some brown sugar.
Okay, diva.
I just kind of eyeball these ingredients. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. I did not drain my green beans.
Bean juice for the extra flavor.
I think not draining the bean juice was a mistake. Especially if you're going to add in bacon grease to it. You're going to get like a watery, greasy mixture. Chelsea Michelle, thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate it.
A lot of people swear by, draining that juice they come in off and using chicken broth or water.
I sure do.
But I just do it right like this, and I have not had any complaints. I'm going to stir that all together, and I'm going to bring this up to a pretty hard simmer. I like to...
Ooh, hard simmer.
My green beans down a little bit. I know they're already cooked. That's just kind of how we like them. Another little shortcut hack.
What is this?
Is instant mashed potatoes. This is
I love the concept of instant mashed potatoes being a hack. You want a hack on how to make some great mashed potatoes? Don't use potatoes at all. Use instant mashed potatoes. Live your truth, though. I've had instant mashed potatoes before. They're fine. I'm just confused why we're doing all of this in my dump and go video.
Large 8-serving package, and said to use 4 cups of boiling water. I actually did about 3.5 cups, and then that last half cup, I'm using some half and half.
I love Wash Your Sister sauce, but in salted green beans with bacon grease?
Listen, don't yuck her yum, Jamie. I hadn't even thought about any of that. I was too hung up on the bean juice, to be honest with you. Too hung up on that. Thanks for the bits, Jamie.
Gonna stir these in, just like the directions say. I think using that little bit of milk instead of water really makes a difference. It makes
this reminds me
a little richer and creamier.
I watch old Half Moon Joe. I watch him on Twitch, and then I listen to his podcast with his friend Sam, who is a Zachary Michael fan, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that before. And one of the first podcasts of theirs I listened to, when I started listening to them in the past year or two, was them talking about how every Meemaw out there, every aunt, every person, every woman who makes mashed potatoes, they all think that they have some kind of special secret formula to make mashed potatoes, and it always comes down to adding milk, adding cream cheese, or adding sour cream. It's one of those things. It's always just it's not a secret, Deborah. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. They're all the same. They're all the same.
Also been known to throw in cream cheese or sour cream.
What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say?
Regular milk, evaporated milk, just whatever I have in the dairy department that I can add to these.
Oh, that does not look like mashed potatoes, though. That really doesn't. You know what? The one thing that my mom really never fails at is making actual, like, mashed potatoes with potatoes. Those don't look good.
It's gonna get...
You should... That is not a life hack if your potatoes are coming out looking like that.
These moistened completely and let them stand for a couple minutes. Once they've set a minute, I just come back with that fork. Kind of whip them up a little bit. I wouldn't be me if I didn't put some black pepper in them.
And Italian seasoning.
Black pepper.
Black pepper's good.
Feel that. Just a little bit of salt. I think these have a good flavor without it. Always toss in a couple little teaspoon or so of melted butter. And these are gonna be
respectfully though. Also, I didn't need this as part of my dump and go video today.
To go. I love
those are tablespoons for sure.
Convenience food sides, especially when I've got a crock pot meal that has made my day so much easier already. Who wants to come home and peel potatoes? Look how beautiful.
There's definitely some questionable substance up here. There's definitely some... I wouldn't call it a ring, though. I wouldn't call that a ring. But it's definitely maybe poa poa. That's a skid mark. It's definitely something. It's not appetizing.
Beautiful. It smells so good in here.
We got a close up. Yeah, just some splatterings. Some splatterings. It's not a ring though.
Wait to dish this out. Look how pretty that topping looks.
It's poa poa. It's not a ring.
And this
it's
is
not a
really
ring.
Nice gravy with it. You can serve this over rice or noodles, but y'all know I'm eating mine on mashed potatoes.
Love.
And friends, this one
was
absolutely delicious too. I loved the little bit of breading.
Honestly,
and
I'd fuck it up.
On it.
I'd eat it. Let me give the points out. The correct answer this go around was also no. No poa poa rings. She needs to go give old Mandy May some suggestions, advice, help on how to not get the poa poa ring, because she sure didn't. The cracker topping looks so good. I agree. I do feel like, I still stand by, I feel like it might be a little soggy, but I bet it tastes good with the butter. I bet it tastes good.
Me and Patrick, we just made pigs out of ourselves this night. That's all there is to it. I think when you come off of the season where you're eating a lot of appetizers and candies and stuff like that, you're just ready for something like this. And this one especially, I think it was the gravy. It just hit home with us. All of these meals in this video were delicious, but this right here, I wished I could just reach it right through that screen and share it with you. It was so good.
I would love a bite. I'd love a bite, Mama Mel.
And friends, I've missed you like crazy these past couple weeks, but I really didn't.
I miss you. I just met you tonight, but I have to agree. I've missed you in my life, Mama Mel.
Enjoy spending some quality time with my family and just recharging my batteries a little bit. And it's your friendship and your loyalty to be here every week that allowed me to do that. And you just never know how much I appreciate it. And if you need some more ideas, you can check out this marathon of 25 ground beef dinners. You're sure to find something tasty. I pray that you have
40. She has a 46-minute long video full of ground beef recipes. Okay, icon. All right, icon.
Have a blessed week, and until next time, I send you love from my kitchen.
All right, Mama Mel. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's such a sweet photo. That's such a sweet photo. Oh, I bet she gives good hugs. Honestly, I bet she gives a great hug. She looks like she's ready to just give me a hug, and I that bob to brush across my cheek when she comes in and gives me a big old hug. That's so precious. All right. Stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. All right, YouTubies. Did you enjoy those dump recipes? Did you enjoy the special guest star Tyler Oakley today? Did you enjoy TTS Lady reading out all the emojis? I hope you did. All right, but oh, Zach, don't hang up on us today. Yeah, I don't know why the stream keeps messing up every time I stop the recording. But anyways, so hopefully it doesn't today. It's not anything I'm doing. I'm not intentionally doing it. It just happens to happen when I click stop record. So anyways, I'm going to say bye to YouTube. Bye, YouTubies. Subscribe.